How's it going, guys? It's a final render here, and welcome to a very highly requested video of Fallout 4 building with mods. This time, we are at the Prydwen. The Prydwen is one of my favourite locations in Fallout 4, which you get very early on in the game, and it is one of my favourites because in this save file, which has all the building with mods builds, my character is the Sentinel of the Brotherhood of Steel. And there has been a very good reason why I haven't tackled the Prydwen up until this point. You may remember a few months ago, back in May, I actually did a Brotherhood of Steel embassy at the Boston airport, and in order to do that build I had to fix a bug which meant resetting the cell, and that actually meant the Prydwen has been missing from my game all the way since May, and that's been horrible for me because I love looking at it on the horizon. But in this case I was able to load a previous save in order to get these exterior shots of the Prydwen, and then for the inside I had to COC my way inside the Prydwen. Hey, I've got a lot of mods, you know, sometimes you've got to make these very bizarre choices in order to actually get these videos out. But with that being said, let's get inside the Prydwen and talk about what we're gonna do. Let's go. So the Prydwen, as I said, is huge in scale. It is massive. It has got everything the Brotherhood of Steel need in order to act as a fully functioning faction in the Commonwealth. It has got their command center, it has got lots of accommodation for all the individual soldiers, it has got their food area, it has got their science area to do all their research, it has got a workshop area so that they can build and manufacture new weapons, it has got everything the Brotherhood of Steel needs in order to accomplish their goal in the Commonwealth. And not only that, but it is a hard-knocked fortress. You cannot get here unless you have a vertibird, and the only people with vertibirds is the Brotherhood of Steel, so therefore if you are on this base, you are going to be in one of the safest places in the Commonwealth. Unless some super mutant gets a rocket launcher and shoots it down, but hey, let's not worry about that. And since this is such a huge build, I'm actually going to tackle it in multiple videos, starting with the living quarters. The living quarters you are given in the Brotherhood of Steel is actually a fairly nice living accommodation in terms of default vanilla Fallout 4. It's got a fair amount of space and it's got all the storage you need as well as a bed so that you can use this place as a functioning base inside the Brotherhood of Steel Prydwen. But that's not good enough for me. I'm the Sentinel. I deserve a highly decorated captain's quarters, so let's go. Starting with the everyday place at me to get the workshop in there. We're not doing any creation kit stuff in this video, people. I am able to slide it onto the back wall so that we have lots of space, and then I'm able to start scrapping everything. And when we scrap the entire place, this is what it looks like. We have actually got an awful lot of space in this room once you get rid of all of the scrap. It's a fairly long room, but it's not very wide, and also it is pitch black. So let's start off by adding some lights to this place. We're going to use one of the large power pylons so we don't have to worry about radius, and I'm actually going to go through the trouble of adding a light switch. I don't know why I don't do this more often, but in this case it kind of felt lore friendly, because I imagine the Prydwen has got a pretty huge energy bill in order to stay hovering in the air, so therefore let's tone that down a little bit by having a light switch connected to the generator. And using the Cabin in the Woods mod, which I featured a few videos back, I'm able to get a really nice hardwood floor. Because you know what, after a very long mission for the Brotherhood of Steel, sometimes you just want to walk around in your underwear, no boots on. So let's have a nice floor for that. And using Settlement Objects Expansion Pack, we have got a very nice military themed bed, and I'm going to be attaching some duffel bags to each bunk. I did this back in the Brotherhood of Steel embassy video, and I think it's a very lore friendly way. It kind of feels very military, and using Xnjguy field mods all in one plus new, we have got some absolutely fantastic shelving arrangements, which I use an awful lot in this video, you'll see. And also using Nuka-Cola Vim display racks, we're able to put up some nice colourful decorations which feature all of the flavours, including the ones from Nuka World, so you can put them on display. And now it's time to actually start decorating the place and make it feel like a little home. Using Renovated Decorations, we're able to get some clean tables and also some clean side tables, as well as this little area here. I had to build this out of 2 tables, but the idea is to have a little display there. Using Craft & Fury GTX 9000 and OCDecorator, we'll be adding lots of crimscrams to all the tables. And here is the main part of the video. We are going to have a huge shrine to Liberty Prime, and we're going to have him sitting right in the corner, standing proud. No pun intended. And I think as the Sentinel of the Brotherhood of Steel, I would have a huge appreciation for Liberty Prime, so I think it makes sense to have this little shrine. And not only that, but it is a pretty cool decoration. It is a full-scale Liberty Prime, but I shrunk it down. Using DINO'S decorations, we are also going to add even more clutter to all of the various tables around the place, such as some little robot models, and we're also going to have some little food area right on the main desk, and we're going to have some holotapes by our lovely TV which shows a map of the Commonwealth, and I think that's a nice way to actually get lots of decoration in there straight away by using things like DINO'S decorations, which have lots of objects mashed together. We're also going to have a lot of attention on signs in this place, and using compact crafting, mini crafting benches and power armor station, we're going to have all the actual necessities we need to do any kind of workshopping inside our own little apartment. And here you can see the shelves in really good action. There are loads and loads of displays on offer, including weapon racks, armor racks, etc. And using Business Settlement 1.9 standalone and old world decorations, we are going to get these huge billboard signs, and we're going to actually slide them just behind all of the wires on the wall so that we have got some nice little decorations, and also it is helpful to fill up some of those gaps which actually leads to the Prydwen hull. And I think that's a really nice thing to actually help kind of fix the place up and still make it look nice. Using more colourful potted plants, we have got some nice plants area, including a nernroot plant, which we know is now actually canon in the game. And using Homemaker, we were able to have a small little dining area. The idea being that if we're the sentinel, our job is to kind of look after new recruits in a way. So therefore, let's have a nice little dining area where we can have a nice relaxed conversation as part of training, so that we don't actually feel too intimidated and we don't have to do all of our training out on missions. And here we go. This is the living quarters properly done. When you get some of these mods which I've shown you today, you can very quickly make a tiny space look really jam-packed and have it full of life. And that is the reason why I decided to do living quarters first, because it shows that you don't have to have a huge build in order to do something epic. Just using a lot of these decorations that we have got, we have made this room come to life. What was a tiny little tin shack of a room is now a really nice home. And as I said, I had kind of had this vibe of a pirate captain, seeing as they had nice rooms on the back of their boats away from the regular pirates, and I like that idea here. I do think that it would be a good idea to maybe expand this into some of the other living quarters, but as I said, that'll be part of a different video. And I'm actually really proud of this one. A lot of the builds on my channel have been very small ones that have got the most views, such as my home plate video for example. And I really like the idea of having a really nice small build in a video rather than it one in huge scale, because you can really put all the attention onto all the little details and you can really make the place your own. And quite honestly, I really think that's what the settlement mode is for. It's about making something your own. It's about building a home, which after all is what all of the slogans on the posters for Fallout 4 are about. And to tell you the truth guys, this actually is the golden hour of modding settlements in Fallout 4. Since we have got so many mods which mash all these 3D objects together, you don't have to go to huge amounts of effort to make something look good. It used to be in the vanilla game that all you could really do is make little rubbish metal shacks, but now we can make a true home that we can be proud of to call our own. And that is the end of the part 1 of the Prydwen build. It's kind of a short build, I know, because I was just focusing on one room, but as I said, I do believe the living quarters deserves its own video, and I also believe the main area of the Prydwen deserves its own video. In the next part of the Prydwen build, we will be tackling the main part of the Prydwen. We will be going to the dining area, we will go into the science area, the workshop, and we're going to make that place our own, using mods as well. And to tell you the truth, I think that's a good idea, because if I'm going to do any of these areas justice in my favourite location in Fallout 4, it definitely deserves that. So, that being said, I actually need some feedback on what to do for the next one, seeing as there are multiple areas. I'm wondering, should I just kind of do what I did now, or should I actually have it all themed fully around the Brotherhood of Steel and make a really, really effective military base? So, that's the end of the video, people. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, if you are new here, it is very easy to see some of my other videos, and also you must subscribe if you want to see part 2 in time. Remember to check out my previous video where we fixed up Warwick Homestead, which is a very big contrast to this video because that was a huge settlement which had lots of little individual areas for business and trade and farming, whereas this one has been purely a decorating video. And to tell you the truth, the decorating videos are definitely my favourite kind of build because I feel as if you can really bring life to your builds. And with that being said, let's get on to the next video. Oh, and also, congratulations PlayStation 4 guys, you are now finally getting mods for Skyrim and also Fallout 4. It was a huge shame what happened earlier on when it was kind of cancelled, but now they are coming back and I really look forward to involving those mods in my builds. So remember, this has been the final render and you have been the audience. Bye bye for now.